It's Nino Radio. Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up? Let's go. Oh, yeah. What up, everybody? God bless everybody watching now and on the repeat. Hey, it's Nino Radio. You done heard it, y'all. Let's go. I still got oil on my fingernails. Hey, shout out Liberty Dragon for the bumper music today, y'all. Hey, let's get right to it. If I can figure this out. Oh, yeah. We live and direct, ladies and gentlemen. It's a wild, wild, wild world. Trying to figure this out over here. And there it is. Let's go. Hey, God bless everybody watching right now, y'all. We're gonna get into some crazy stories, y'all. You already know what's going on over here, ladies and gentlemen. It's wild. This whole situation with there it is. With the Chyyna balloon, y'all. So we're gonna get into that real quick, y'all. God bless everybody watching right now. Let's see, we're even live right now. Oh yeah, we're on here. We're live and direct, y'all. So again, heck of a week, right? It's Friday. You know, I had a good day at work. Thank God we made it through the storm, y'all. We had a heck of a storm in West Texas, ladies and gentlemen. It was wild. It was horrific. There was pileups on I-10. There was all kinds of wrecks. I mean, everywhere. I kid you not. When I came home, what day did I come home? Probably Tuesday? I don't even remember. It's all a blur actually. But the day before, I guess Wednesday, right, was supposed to be the worst day. Was it? Anyways, when I came home from my shift, let me get right to it. I saw I kid you not, about 7 vehicles in the median, right? In the median, whatever you call them. In the median, they were wrecked, y'all. Rolled over and everything. It was wild to see this with my own eyes, y'all. And I had a wreck last year, and I was like, flashbacks or whatever. But, I'm telling you, there was one stretch right there almost where I wrecked that the prior year. There was about, I counted like 7 different spots where you could tell that someone rolled over or there was a car still there. So, Texas had a heck of a ice storm, ladies and gentlemen. I-10 was having all kinds of issues. There was a pileup on I-10. I saw that one also, and that was pretty messed up, y'all. Pretty sad, right? There was a pileup in Pecos, Texas, right down the street from me, Pecos, and it's bad, y'all. Seeing these cars just helpless and just getting slammed, hit by 18-wheelers and all that, it's wild and very terrifying. My wife could not sleep, y'all. I said this on Instagram Live, ladies and gentlemen, basically that, it was rough for us, right? It was rough for us. Let me get to the YouTube comments. My bad, y'all. I'm kind of rusty over here. I've been working on a lot more stuff back here, y'all. Obviously, as you could tell, right? We're going to get into the Chyyna situation too, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as possible. Let me get over here real quick. What up, y'all? God bless everybody watching now on the repeat. Obviously, as you could tell, right? We're going to get into the Chyyna situation too, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as possible. Let me get over here real quick. All right, my bad, y'all. What up, though? God bless you. What's up, Rio? All my people jumping in here. I'm in the chat now. Anyway, so it was crazy. The whole situation with the storm, you know what I'm saying? My wife, she could not sleep in peace. My wife actually felt guilty, y'all. I said this on the IG Live. She felt guilty that she would get rest, because she was constantly worried about me. And I had to go, haul some loads. It was tough, rough, but you know what I'm saying? Thank God I made it through. And there was a lot of wrecks in West Texas. I think Dallas was full of snow. Everybody knows what's up, y'all. Something about Texans, y'all. We can handle the hurricanes, the floods, any other weather, but ice is a no-go. So anyways, we got through that this week, y'all. Thank God. And it was beautiful. Yesterday, I hauled a load from Patriot, Texas. I hauled a load of oil, and I just drove back in, y'all, and the sun was just coming out, and it was a beautiful sight to see. I just thank God right now that I was able to make it out of this whole, this horrible week of weather conditions, y'all. So again, with that, y'all, we're going to get into this real quick. The Chyyna balloon. Everybody's telling me about this, y'all. They told me this on a live. I was on a live this morning, and they said, "What's up with that Chyyna balloon, Nino? What do you think about it?" And I basically said, I got the calling number right here. We'll put that on in a minute. I said, what the hell is a Chyyna balloon, right? And then come to find out, it's flying across the United States right now. I think they just found another one, y'all. Can you believe it? But you know what I said though? Think about it. You think that's bad, and they already did the memes and everything. The Chyyna balloon is one thing, but imagine that Chyyna balloon on your phone, that TikTok. Straight up, TikTok is hella wicked. They're already spying on us. To be honest, the Chyyna balloon, let's get into that real quick, y'all. I don't even know if that's really from China. But then again, how crazy is it that Joe Biden, the sitting president, would let that thing be up there if it really is from China. I told my wife, I said, what if this dude's basically bought out by these people? She said, he probably is. Who would have thought in history of America that they'd have a foreign nation, right, a communist party, a regime, having their spyware, spycraft spying on the American people, and the sitting president doesn't do nothing? What the hell is really going on? Let me know in the comments, y'all, if you think Trump would have let this slide or what. That's what I said on these pages that are broadcasting this. I'm like, what would Trump do? What would Trump do? And people were saying if Trump was in there, that aircraft wouldn't even be over here. Amen. So we'll get into that, y'all. I got this clip right now. I'm gonna play from Fox News, y'all. This is crazy. I can't even believe this is happening in my lifetime. It's like scene out of a movie. You know what I'm saying? So what up, y'all? God bless all my people. One over South America, says Scott. Over Canada. I think there's a distraction. Wow, maybe so. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think. Y'all, I'll read them out loud here in a minute. Let's get to this clip from Fox, y'all. Thank you for watching me and joining me on this quick Nino Radio live on a Friday night, y'all. Thank you. Let's get over here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Y'all, I'll read them out loud here in a minute. So let's get this clip from Fox, y'all. Thank you for watching me and joining me on this quick Nino Radio live on a Friday night, y'all. Thank you. Let's get over here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Y'all, I'll read them out loud here in a minute. So this is a clip from Fox. Thank you for watching me and joining me on this quick Nino Radio live on a Friday night, y'all. Thank you. Let's go rusty, but you could trust. Let me know in the comments what you think. Y'all, I'll read them out loud here in a minute. So this is a clip from Fox. Thank you for watching me and joining me on this quick Nino Radio live on a Friday night, y'all. Thank you. Let's go rusty, but you could trust. Let me know in the comments what you think. Y'all, I'll read them out loud here in a minute. Let's go rusty, but you could trust. Let me know in the comments what you think. Y'all, I'll read them out loud here in a minute. Cause I got the YouTube going. My bad, y'all. There it is. Let's go. So here it is, the little clip.
We are tracking the Chinese spy balloon for you. It is over the state of Montana. I don't know if we can show this graphic that we have from Beijing all the way across the Aleutian Islands, Alaska, all the way down through Canada. Our government has been tracking this for several days. They say it is not a threat to people on the ground. President Biden has been briefed. It has been recommended to him by the Pentagon that it not be shot down. And the other thing that's happened in the wake of all of this is that Secretary Blinken,
man, I'm messing it all up over here. Y'all, my bad. Hold on.
This would have been the first visit, right? Yep. Since COVID. That is now apparently on hold, as it probably should be.
So the president and Xi Jinping met about 6 months ago, and at that time they said they were going to keep up the communication and the dialogue, and this was Blinken's big trip to go ahead and do that. So even though the State Department never officially announced the trip, Blinken,
man, I'm really messing up over here, y'all. I had this all lined up, man. My bad. Damn.
Beijing, and right now that has been put on hold. We're getting a mea culpa of sorts from China. Beijing saying the suspected spy balloon that was hovering over Montana.
Hold on, y'all. My bad. I'm messing up over here. I had this thing lined up and everything. That's what happens when you go live, straight up. There it is. Damn, what the hell's going on over here? All right, y'all, let's go. Let's redo.
We are tracking the Chinese spy balloon for you. It is over the state of Montana. I don't know if we can show this graphic that we have from Beijing all the way across the Aleutian Islands, Alaska, all the way down through Canada. Our government has been tracking this for several days. They say it is not a threat to people on the ground. President Biden has been briefed. It has been recommended to him by the Pentagon that it not be shot down. And the other thing that's happened in the wake of all of this is that Secretary Blinken of the State Department was set to actually go to Beijing. This would have been the first visit, right? Yep. Since COVID. That is now apparently on hold, as it probably should be.
So the president and Xi Jinping met about 6 months ago, and at that time they said they were going to keep up the communication and the dialogue, and this was Blinken's big trip to go ahead and do that. So even though the State Department never officially announced the trip, Blinken was scheduled to leave today and have his meetings on Sunday and Monday in Beijing, and right now that has been put on hold. We're getting a mea culpa of sorts from China. Beijing saying the suspected spy balloon that was hovering over Montana simply flew off course by accident and was not intended for surveillance. We'll track that now with Greg Palcott, live on the story from London with details. Greg.
Bill, Dana, this is a remarkable story, and we were getting a bit
Tell me
more
about
clarity just in the past couple of hours
Remarkable.
about this. And yes, it has some big ramifications. The Pentagon had said that it is a Chinese high-altitude surveillance balloon traveling above commercial air traffic and not presenting a military or a physical threat. Word got out when someone spotted it from the ground in Montana on Wednesday. It was confirmed late yesterday. Apparently, the U.S., yes, has been tracking it for a few days as it made its way up from China across the mostly Alaskan and Aleutian Islands, down along the western coast of Canada to the U.S. Northwest, home, it must be noted, to several U.S. military bases, including ICBM missile sites. And apparently, yes, that is why the U.S. considered and then nixed the idea of shooting it down. Just in the past couple hours, guys, China has owned up to the fact that it is theirs, going on to say in a statement, it is a civilian airship used for research, mainly meteorological purposes, affected by westerlies, and with limited self-steering capability, the airship deviated from its planned course. Deviation, I think, is an understatement, guys, caused by those winds. And notice Beijing says mainly meteorological. Statement issued in English blames what the Chinese called a force majeure for the incident, basically a phrase meaning something beyond their control, and says it's working with the U.S. to handle the situation. This comes, yes, ahead of what was to be a trip by Secretary of State Blinken to Beijing to speak with officials there on a range of security issues. He was supposed to leave today. The meetings were supposed to happen on Sunday and Monday, but now, yes, Fox News can confirm that that is postponed indefinitely, presumably due to this. A couple questions out there, guys. Number one, how is this allowed to happen? How is this balloon allowed to go so far? Number two, where does the balloon go from here? And as a scholar of the Cold War, this brings up the U-2, the downed spy plane, Gary Powers, and a canceled U.S.-Russia summit back in 1960. Back to you.
I'll add to your list. Have they done it before?
Hey, y'all.
All questions that need answers, Greg. Nice to see you in London.
State of Montana.
This is crazy. I can't even believe what I'm seeing or hearing. Okay, I'm going to go to the comments. Let me know, y'all. I want to hear the craziest theories to what y'all got, y'all. I had a better clip, y'all, but forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Had a little issues over here with the software. But basically, y'all, there's another one that popped up. All right, so there's a couple of these bad boys that done popped up. Let's get back over here, y'all. Let's see here. I had a better video, y'all. It's not even the right one, I think. Let's see. This one right here. Check it out. Another balloon is traveling at 8:17 p.m. This is the one I wanted to watch right here, y'all. My bad. Forgive me. Forgive me. Let's see here if I can get this. This is the one I wanted to watch. The hell's really going on?
Get the things you love without using credit. Acima.
Hey, thank you, sis, for the super chat. Check this out, y'all. This is barely another one. Another one. You know what? I'm telling you right now. Is it a coincidence? What the hell is going on?
And I want to go to Senator Mike Rounds, kind enough to join us, the South Dakota Republican and Armed Services Committee and Foreign Relations, among others. Senator, we do know now, it looks like pretty likely this thing was going over South Dakota skies as it had
South
Montana.
Dakota?
We don't know where it is now.
We don't know where it's
How do
at.
you feel about that? What have you learned about that? Have residents in your state pointed to it or gotten an eye on it?
What the hell is going on?
I was advised yesterday that there was a possibility of sightings. That was a classified discussion. But I can tell you that they apparently knew about it earlier. The real question, the first question, why would they ever let it get into our airspace in the first place?
Tell me about it.
It should never have been allowed into the airspace. We have the technical capabilities. We could have taken it out before it ever came in. I want to know why. Second of all, what happened to the chain of command here? Was there not someone along the line who had the authorization to make that decision? Did it have to go all the way through to the President of the United States under this administration in order to protect, the airways that we've got? Now, recognizing that this was only supposedly an observation balloon, the real question then after that is how soon do they find out that it was only an observation balloon? And along with that, who made the political decision that it should be allowed to enter simply because they felt that it was harmless?
What the hell is going on, y'all?
And what does that do on the political basis to the United States in terms of how the rest of the world looks at us?
Right.
Can you simply just walk all over us? Or for
Yeah.
that matter, simply invade our airspace and move on? Those are the questions, but it starts with, why was it ever allowed into our airspace in the first place? We have the capabilities, never should have happened.
You know, I don't want to compare apples and oranges, Senator, but it does ring a lot like the early readings we're getting on the classified documents within the administration and how they were explaining them. And in this case, if they were aware, as they seem to be indicating, of this presence for some days, why all of a sudden is it today that they decided to cancel Antony Blinken's trip to China?
I can't tell you for sure. We're going to ask that question. But I think along with it, and it's close to the same question, is would we have ever been advised that this had occurred in the first place? If the incursion would have happened and then it would have slipped back out again, like they have suggested it has happened in the past?
All right,
and
I'm
would they
jumping on
have
you,
simply
Senator,
not
and
even talked about it?
I don't mean to be rude, sir, but Antony Blinken is addressing this very subject. I want to listen in.
That undermined the very purpose of the trip, including ongoing efforts, as I said, to build a floor under the relationship, as well as to address a very broad range of issues that are important to Americans, to Chinese, to the entire world. So that is why I conveyed to Wang Yi, the senior foreign policy official in China this morning, that
Call in, y'all. Y'all call in 432-217-0709. Let me know what you think, y'all. This is freaking wild.
Doing the trip when conditions allow. I'm not going to put a date or time on that, because what we're focused right now is on making sure that this ongoing issue is actually resolved. The first step, as I said, is getting the surveillance asset out of our airspace.
Surveillance.
With regard to your question about North Korea's illicit cyber activities, as you may know, after the UN Security
All right,
Council...
we're still monitoring that. Antony Blinken did temporarily or briefly address this subject of why he declined a meeting to go to China to meet with his counterpart there. And again, Senator Rounds, it gets back to what you and I were discussing. I'm sorry for rudely interrupting you, that it didn't make sense, because if you're from the administration, you're saying you knew about this or aware of this for days, and presumably just as outraged over that period as you were today to cancel a meeting with your Chinese counterpart. I'm talking about the Secretary of State. Why didn't you do so a few days ago?
Right.
Yeah, look, I would suspect that it's being canceled, and once again, we'll have to ask them that question, but I would suspect that it's being canceled because we found out about it. I think if the incursion would have occurred and they would have turned it around or maneuvered it out of our airspace again, we probably wouldn't have.
That's what I want to say. What the hell is that? Why, I don't know why it's not letting me
I would suspect that the
pause it
meeting
right
might
here.
very well have continued on. But once again, it comes right back down to they knew it was in our airspace. They allowed it to happen. They made the decision not to take it out. And I just heard I heard part of his discussion, but suggesting that they wanted it out of our airspace. He did not indicate, from what I could hear, whether we were going to take it out or if we were going to let it simply float on its merry way.
Man, blow that thing out the atmosphere. What the hell?
To have that,
oh my goodness,
that observation balloon
Chinese
back,
spy?
one way or
Oh
another.
hell
It'd be
no!
nice to be able to.
Hell no, y'all, man. Hell no. This is like freaking. This is like that movie Red Sonja. No, Red Dawn, y'all. What the hell? I'm actually tripping out like this, y'all, because I'm telling you, this is like the first time I've even dug into this, y'all. I've been working in the Trump cave, y'all. I've been at work all day. I can't believe this, man. Can you believe this? There's sightings across the nation of a Chinese spy balloon? Like, you always think, could it get any worse with Biden? I mean, not even because I'm a Trumper. What the hell is happening to our country? This is not normal, y'all. Do they got something on Biden that he can't do nothing about it? I'm barely like catching this right now. If you catching on, you probably before me. I'm just barely catching on right now. They got sightings of these freaking balloons, y'all. This is freaking crazy. And I'm not being over the top. This is freaking wild. This reminds me of a freaking movie. The invasion of the Chinese body snatchers, y'all. Straight up. Oh my goodness. Look at this. We got a sighting map now. And then now they're saying they don't even know where the hell it's at. And to be honest, even if it's nothing even major or what, no, it is major though, right? I was going to say, even if it was nothing too crazy, which it is, what the hell is it doing flying across the United States? Why is it still up in the air? Am I tripping right here? What are the comments saying, y'all? Alfredo, China owns the USA. They've been buying so much land. Maybe they freaking do. This is freaking wild, y'all. And I'm reacting right now because I'm already catching on right now, like I said. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. I want to cuss right now, to be honest. I can't even believe this. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is freaking wild.
To get our hands on it, to recover it, and to actually find out what the technologies were that were involved, if it was designed to actually collect data, or if it was designed to test our response capabilities.
We'll watch it closely. Senator Rounds, it is amazing. A lot of unanswered questions, a lot of things that don't click. Thank you very, very much. By the way, the Chinese Foreign Ministry did issue a statement earlier today when the first questions came up. What the heck is this thing? And they had said, no, this is an airship. It is from China. It is a civilian airship used for research, mainly meteorological purposes.
Oh, yeah, like I'm going to believe them.
Say that the Chinese side regrets the unintended entry of the airship into U.S. airspace due to force majeure. The Chinese side will continue communicating with the U.S. side and properly handle the unexpected situation caused by force majeure. In other words, events that are out of your control. Not everyone is buying that. And a quick footnote on what we're talking about here. This is not just like a weather balloon. This is something very, very different. Weather balloons, for example, are not nearly this big. This is about 5 times to 10 times the size of such balloons. Typically, weather balloons, the best of them go up about 20 to 22,000 feet. This one's at 60,000 feet. The highest commercial aircraft go is around 35,000 feet. So what is propelling this and powering this and operating this and getting commands regarding this is anyone's guess. And this gives you a good idea of the size. Whoa. If it is the length or the width of 3 buses, then you could put it this way. It is about 10 times the minimum size of, for example, typical weather balloons. Now, they expand once in the air when they're retrieving information. Hot air balloons, don't even get me going on hot air balloons, but I became an expert on it earlier today. They're just a fraction of this and can only go a fraction of the height. The bottom line is none of this adds up. And that's maybe why we're not getting all the details. We're going to be exploring this in a great more detail tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on my weekend show. We've got with us the former Defense Secretary on Donald Trump, Mark Esper. Chuck Hagel, who served in that role under President Obama. We've got Congressman Mark Green of Tennessee, sits on the Homeland Security Committee. He's the chair, in fact. Just some of the big names are going to have digesting what they're hearing and ask them whether they can buy what they're hearing and what other questions they want answered and fast.
What the hell is going on? 432-217. Oh, I'm messing up over here, y'all. Hold on, my bad. 432-217-0709 if you want to chime in, y'all. Holler at your boy. What the hell is happening in this country, y'all? Has Biden spoke about this yet? Has Biden said anything? Like, not that it really matters? This fool's basically on national TV doubting what the narrative is, y'all. I can't believe this one. I just can't. I'm telling you right now, this is really why I ain't lying. Hey, you got Nino reaction right here. Welcome to Nino Radio, y'all. You got my reaction right there. I could clip that and post that later. I'm barely finding out about this. You know, shame on me for having to work, you know, to provide for my family with this inflation and all these problems, you know what I'm saying, happening across the nation. There's so many things happening, y'all, but oh, this is very nice. A freaking next, a UFO, a freaking alien gonna land, you know. We don't just look weak. We are weak with the weak ass leader, so-called. I can't believe this, y'all. I cannot believe what I'm seeing and hearing. I'm sorry, I don't got a better show, and I don't got better, you know, I don't got a better dialogue to give y'all. I'm dumbfounded right now, to be honest. What the hell is happening? Yeah, Red Dawn. Hell yeah, that's how I feel. Anyways, y'all, let me know in the comments. Let's go to the comments, y'all. This is freaking wild, y'all. Let's see here. Shout out Jay Cali. My homeboy Jay Cali says the Chinese government is doing this because the deep swamp has sold us out. I think you're right. I think that's probably the most precise description of what's happening.